Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we will be giving you a New Year Ahead Tarot card reading for the New Year 2020. So your name and info will be confidential. I will only go over what I see coming for you for the New Year of 2020. So how this will work is I will pull out 3 cards here that will represent what's coming for you for the first 6 months of 2020. And then the last row here will represent, the 3 cards will represent what's coming for you for the last 6 months of 2020. And then I will be pulling out 1 card for you from the Oracle card deck that I have. And that will represent the overall message for you for the whole New Year of 2020. So let's start shuffling here. I have your name in my head. So I'm using only major arcana cards for tuning into the information because I like the major arcana cards when it comes down to these kind of spreads because it brings forth more major things you have to focus on, maybe specific events that will be coming for you. So alright, so now we're going to pull out 1 card here for the overall view for 2024. We'd like to know what's coming her way. Ooh, I like that. So this card I will be reading the book because this is a new deck, and I like this deck. It seems really interesting. It's really nice when it comes down to tuning into deeper meanings and deeper answers. Okay, so we're tuning in here now. The 3 first cards, the first row that you have for the first 6 months of 2020 is the Temperance card, the High Priestess card, and the Hanged Man. I read all these upright because they're major arcana cards, so there's no need to read them upright or downright. Upside down. So it does seem like the Temperance is all about patience. The High Priestess is all about intuition and tuning into your higher self, tuning into that higher spiritual realm that's giving you guidance and answers. And then the Hanged Man comes through, which represents the idea of maybe resistance or the idea of needing to let go of certain things that no longer serve you. Now what's interesting, it may be telling you that the first 6 months to be patient. You have to be patient. It seems like whatever you're trying to manifest, it is unraveling. You just have to be patient and know it's all about timing. And with that patience, it will grow. It will get to the place you will get to the place that you're wanting to get to, but with one day at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time. It's kind of a reference like the Mona Lisa wasn't painted in one day. I don't know if it was, but it's the idea that when you're trying to create a beautiful work of art or trying to make something very beautiful happen, either with work or career or with some idea that you have, it takes time to build it. It takes time to build that thing you're trying to create. So I feel like there's something you're trying to build. I feel like there's something you're trying to create, and there's this feeling that it's going to happen, but you got to be patient and just keep building at it. Keep building at it, and just keep growing with it, and you will get to that place that you want to get to with that patience. Now I feel like this could be maybe a new skill, maybe something with business, maybe something with work or career, but something's building and something will be growing for you for the first 6 months of 2020. And also pay attention to your intuition. There's a lot of spiritual downloads coming through for you for the first 6 months of the new year, so please pay attention to that. And it can mean messages in your dreams, maybe from past loved ones, maybe from your spirit guides, maybe from your ancestors. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to spiritual signs as well. And I feel like also there's this feeling in the first 6 months you're going to connect to a lot of people, or connect to certain people that are going to help you with that path you're trying to get into, or with all that building that I'm talking about. The Hanged Man, again, is just this reference of maybe letting go of certain fears that you have towards this situation, or towards building this part of whatever you're wanting, and taking a risk and taking a leap of faith. Okay, so the first 6 months is all about patience, paying attention to your intuition. I see you connecting with certain people. It's going to help you with that desire you're wanting. I think it's with career, with work. There's something with that. And then there's this feeling of just letting go of the fear, letting go of things that maybe are from the past still that you hold on to emotionally, because maybe you went through that. So you're like, oh, will this happen again? Will this be repetitive? So just don't focus on that. Don't resist towards what's really meant to happen. You know, just let it happen. Just move through it. Just move through whatever that is. So please be patient for the first 6 months. In general too, in general with yourself, because I feel like there's a lot of growing that's happening for you too with the first 6 months of 2020 for yourself. A lot of growing, a lot of building. Okay, could be financially, work-wise, career. So keep all that in mind. The last 6 months, the 3 cards you have here is the Tower, the Empress, and the World. The Empress and the World are awesome cards. Now the Tower represents maybe something falling apart, something that's coming to like a close, but it could mean maybe in a bad way. Now this can be a relationship. This can be a certain situation with a person. I have a feeling this will be with a person, maybe a friendship, a relationship, or with some person, or a family member. I'm not sure exactly what this could be, or just the idea of something coming to a close. But I don't feel like this will be something really hard for you, because I feel like you've gone through so much and you're so strong that you will be able to get through this, because the next card that comes through is the Empress. So there's that idea in the last 6 months, after that thing that's going to come to a close, you're going to like keep focusing on yourself, self-care, self-love, keep building, keep working on your empire. It's like you're really going to just embrace your independence and embrace everything that you're working on, okay? And then you have the World card. So the World card is a very beautiful card. I love the World card. It all has to do with new opportunities on the horizon. It represents as well traveling, maybe traveling overseas or traveling for vacation. So again, in the last 6 months of 2020, there's possibility of traveling for you, maybe visiting someone, maybe visiting a place that you want to move to, or like this idea of just location or relocating. So sorry about that. Hold on here. So keep all that in mind. There's this feeling that I feel like probably maybe let's calculate this. So maybe like around November, like September, October, November time, there's this feeling that's when the new possibilities, the new things are going to be coming your way in the new year. So keep that in mind, hon, okay? It seems like things are going to be working out for you, like maybe job-wise, career-wise as well. That's what those new opportunities could be. And it could probably be maybe even mean relocating, like I said, or moving or traveling overseas, or dealing with a foreign place, or dealing with a foreign person, or just traveling itself, or relocating, and the idea of new opportunities. Definitely new opportunities. And it makes sense because you're going to be working on yourself, and you're going to be very independent and just working on yourself itself. So whatever you've been working on, it's going to be paid off within the last 6 months of the new year. Now your overall card, let's read here. It's answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Answer the call. I hope I didn't say answer the card. That's funny. Answer the call. The call. Here we go. Your guidance is divinely guided. You're being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. deep down you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step, but intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There's no end destination. There's no right or wrong way to do it, and you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. You see how interesting? I was talking about resistance here and letting go of that resistance so you could like tune into that soul calling. What is your soul calling you? What is your soul calling you to do? So it's like your overall focus for the new year of 2020 is all about your soul calling. Maybe with career, with work, like your purpose, like what's driving you, what's making you feel motivated and ambitious towards something, maybe a dream, something that you've been wanting to do. It's like saying to take that leap of faith, go for it. There's no perfect plan, or whatever lifestyle change that you've been wanting to do that you haven't done, to embrace it or take that next step. You know, there's no perfect plan. There's never a right or wrong, like the card says. So there's that focus of just going for it and really tuning into your soul and asking your soul what is your calling, what you've been wanting to do, and to embrace it. That's why the intuition card comes through. So there's a lot of spiritual calling. It's like you're going to be drawn to a lot of things in the new year, to different things, and to fulfill those needs, you know, fulfill those desires and needs. Like, don't hold yourself back. Don't let the resistance of fear or things that no longer serve you hold you back from like things you really want to do with your life that you haven't done. So that's really, really cool. So keep that in mind, okay? Hope you can write all this down, and then you can look back on it and see if it came true. So I very much hope you enjoyed this mini reading. It was a pleasure. I send lots of love to you, and I'm always here for you again if you have specific questions. And thank you for watching, my dear. Bye now.